Hello. Hello and welcome to Bidding Day. And now it's time to introduce our corporate sponsor, Company Co. Hi there. I'm Steve Stevenson, Chief of Third-Party Contracts at Company Co. If you're here today, then you're here to bid on one of our fabulous business opportunities. You will get to develop an application for us, and we might even pay you for it. Interested parties, please come forward and present your bids. One. Welcome to our first bidders. Take it away, guys.
All right, hello everyone. This is the PFOC bid. You will find out what that means later, but we are very formal, as you can tell by our logo and our transitions. So we at PFOC are committed to making the electronic world more accessible to all in order to help foster relationships amongst beings, whether goat, human, or any other type of creature. With our knowledge, we seek to create software capable of making technology more accessible to everyone and everything, especially goats. We did tireless research to find the most liked font and color by goats, which is Comic Sans font in a lavender color, and this will be the theme for the entire presentation in order to show our compatibility with the goat kind. Someone else take this one away.
Right, so our first bid is Goatpad, and we are looking out for the interests of the goat kind. We are, of course, a pro-goat organization, and we're pro-equality of outcome for all goats. The People's Federation of Coders is an equal opportunity employer. We celebrate goat diversity and are committed to creating an inclusive environment for all employees, human or goat. We believe that the goat species is very close to being as if not more intelligent than the human race, and they just need a jump start to help them develop. This is what we are seeking to accomplish with Goatpad. Your final bid for this life-changing project is a mere $3.1 million.
How much of that is tax deductible?
100% of $3.1 million is tax deductible.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible. Could we make that 5 million?
We'd love
Of
to make it
course,
5
we would
million.
love to make it 5
million.
Would that be just tax deductible too?
100%.
Okay, absolutely. And just quick side question, totally unrelated. What is the optimal height for an ICBM to enter into the atmosphere if it's launching from, say, Florida and needs to make it to approximately the Middle East?
So this is something we're looking into,
You think
but
you could
off the
figure that
top
out though?
oh,
Yeah,
we could definitely figure it out. Yes,
like in a
without a
couple
doubt.
days?
Just on a side, yeah, of course, we could figure it out
We
right
would have to do the
within the hour.
calculations, So you but say like next
Yeah.
Friday? Sound pretty good?
Yeah, yeah, and this is like a side thing, like nothing
Yeah, just
too important.
unrelated, just kind of side point. Yeah,
Okay.
completely. Okay.
Yeah, we can definitely research that.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, then, congratulations, guys. We're really looking forward to working with you.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Hell
move
yeah.
along to the next team then. We don't even need to bother with the rest of this. So,
We got the
thanks a
bid.
lot. Yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
fantastic.
Thank you
Just,
so
uh,
much.
just,
So
just,
cool
we'll
though.
get in touch with you soon,
Pleasure to
and
look.
we'll talk about that other thing. Full steam ahead on the goats, and congratulations, guys. You're really doing a community service here. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
One. And here's our next presentation. Take it away.
Hello, we are Easy Coding, and we would like to bid on a few projects. As you can, for the first one, we'd like to bid on somewhat fungible tokens, which are NFTs that are very similar to NFTs, but multiple people can own them with co-ownership. We want to help build the world of crypto and make it more fulfilling for our future, since it is more of a worldwide. And this is what we were thinking for giving a minimum wage of $60 an hour per worker per coder, an estimated 13 weeks of time, and our bid would be $187,200.
You know, flat fees are very appealing in this industry, but what if we offered you a percentage of all SFT sales instead?
How much?
10%. And graciously, we'll even take on the big and difficult task of drawing all the pictures of monkeys for a nominal fee.
All right, deal. That can work.
Wow. What a
What?
fantastic group of coders we have today. All right then.
Now I feel like
10%
I
of all
messed
the
up. Okay.
SFT sales, and we'll share the cost on that monkey drawing stuff. But yeah,
All
sounds
right.
fantastic. Thanks, guys.
So our second bid
You
would
don't
be the
get two.
Nigerian print. Huh?
You don't get two.
Oh, you don't
One
get
and
two?
done.
Okay.
You already agreed. I had a
Oh, we
verbal
already agreed. Yeah,
contract.
you're right. Sorry.
One. And here's our next fine group of coders. Take it away.
This is Incompetence Inc., where incompetence is competitive.
How do you pronounce the parenthesis?
Um, However you want, honestly, we're very open about it.
So is
It can
it
be
in left parenthesis, comp right parenthesis, nis inc?
I'd say it's more of a choice on how to pronounce the word as a whole. So you can say incompetence or you can say incompetence.
Up for
We'll roll with that
interpretation.
one.
Incompetence Incorporated. In our first bid, we like to bid on Ebola Clear. We have mobile application creation experience, and we have a little bit of experience with database programming, and we can help guarantee security there. The entire team is very familiar with pandemic screening and surveys, as we've all been doing them for 2 years. And due to the database and security required to maintain customer confidentiality, our initial bid begins at $700,000 with a 10-month development period.
Is that American money?
Yes,
10 months?
yes, in American months.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a pass on that one. It seems like, you know, projects like this were wrapped up in just a few weeks during the last pandemic. If there's an outbreak of Ebola, you think it's, an organization should be able to finish this in 2 or 3 weeks tops.
What about 8 weeks? How does
Uh,
that sound?
yeah, 8 weeks seems a little bit more reasonable. Can we also cut the pay down proportionally?
Perhaps.
My lawyers tell me that perhaps is not a verbal contract. Can you give me a yes or no there?
Um,
Yeah, they ruled out too. We did try that one in the past.
How would you feel about $200,000 for 8 weeks?
What if we made it an even 100?
Even 100? 150?
How about 100 and we'll give you 10% of the revenue from the sale of
uh,
marketing data?
we'll take a nice 150 flat payment upfront, I think.
We're gonna have to pass then.
Huh.
What else you got?
All right. Our second bid we like to go with is Curve Flattener. It takes 2 weeks until the first launch to modify the app up to 7 times for a grand total of 16 weeks, as stated in the contract. We'd like a $140,000 budget, and we'll use a database analyzer and data visualization program to understand which way the graph curves and adjust it accordingly. And we're familiar with graphing functions and line equations.
But are you familiar with bar charts and pie charts?
Actually, yes.
Okay, name 2 other kinds of graphs.
Pie charts and bar charts.
Scatter
Besides
plot.
those,
A scatter plot.
that's one.
A histogram.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds
You
like
don't
a
know what it
graph,
is?
all right. Okay,
Okay.
well, do you think you can finish flattening the curve in 2 weeks?
Well, our initial launch would be 2 weeks after we start developing, and then if it seems that there are bugs or other modifications that need to be done, we can modify the app to fit accordingly.
So do you think you can flatten the curve in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that sounds pretty reasonable. How about 100 large for that one?
Are you able to do 110?
Deal.
Deal.
Looking forward to working with you.
You as
Us
well.
as well.
And here's our final team for the day. Take it away.
All right. So, as you may or may not know, and if you didn't know, well, you know now, we are number one, and we are committed to making the most efficient and effective product we can at a reasonable cost. So we
What
have
about the three?
a project that we would like to present.
What
Go ahead.
happened to number 1, 2, and number 1, 1?
Oh, well, you see, number 1, 3 just shows our tier. Okay, we are tier 3 kind of corporation. Okay, so we are definitely above 1 and 2, and we figured we might as well show it in our title. So,
Incredible.
first and foremost, I know. We really do take our time with even things as simple as a title. So, first and foremost, we have the Nigerian Prince scammer issue, which we plan to solve through the Nigerian Prince scanner. So, we only ask for approximately $27 per hour, which is less than the average paid to people in our very field. Okay?
Is it
So,
going to be
basically
wireless?
minimum wage.
Because that one's got a wire.
It's going to be wireless, yes. You won't even need to use a device. Available in all forms.
Wow.
And it's definitely wireless because you won't even need to carry anything with you. It'll act automatically. It's a program, right? So it'll act automatically. All right. So you might be asking yourself, okay, how do you solutionize such an issue? And well, that's pretty kind of difficult. So first and foremost, we have rigorous research. And I think I wouldn't be wrong in assuming that we don't all know the Nigerian royalty, right? Everything from the kings to princes, princesses, so on and so forth. And why should we know that? There are so many people in this world. There are so many things to know about. Why should we know everything? Guess what? With our program, you won't have to know everything. We'll keep track of it for you, okay? So this is going to take quite some time, though, because Nigerian royalty is quite complex. There are so many royal family members. We're talking nobility, we're talking princes, princesses, kings, whatever you can possibly imagine in a monarchy, right? And we're not only going to keep track of their names, because, of course, if we know, like, hey, you know, this person with a Nigerian name, their name doesn't show up in the Nigerian royalty database, so clearly they're lying. But we're also going to keep track of their wealth as well. Now, why would we keep track of their wealth? Well, that's quite a simple question to answer, right? Because it helps to identify scams, right? Let's just say hypothetically, right? You know, Nigerian prince, you know, he comes to you and is like, I need a favor, and I'll pay you $500 billion for it, right? Well, if the most wealth a Nigerian prince has in the royal family is just $1 billion, and look, whether they're a Nigerian prince or not, it's definitely a scam. So we'll pick up on that for you. So then from there, we have one more thing, which is that we will create a verified database in order to keep track of all the information to make sure that it's
Let's
updated,
backtrack
that it's
for a
verifiable.
second here, because I
Sure,
had a
sure,
fella
sure.
message me last week, and he said he was a Nigerian duke, and he only needed a $100,000 deposit to get his $10 million out of his bank account. But
Sure.
when I gave him the money, he didn't give me anything. So maybe he didn't have the 10 million in the first place.
No, you got scammed. Full on, you got ripped off.
I think
you
you've
sure?
gotten scammed.
Oh.
I am
Well, it was
95%
company money,
certain.
so we call it an investment. All right, carry on.
An investment. Sure. Well, we'll make sure that your investments see the returns that they deserve. Okay, that's what we're here for. So, creating a verified database, this is just our way of making sure that all the information is kept track of, updated, and just certainly, like, for sure, this is the information of their names, the wealth they have, their resources, email, phone, everything like that. All their information, right? Or as much information as we can gather. Now, from there, there's one final issue that must be tackled, and that's, of course, the programming, which my friend here will cover for you.
Of course. Yeah, so programming the software is another endeavor. After we've completed the database, we have to interpret the information and interpret the information that is provided in an email that is scanned. So, basic things we'll go over: name verification, email verification, resource verification, phishing detection, and grammar detection. These are all essential factors. And, of course, this is just the start. We can find out more from here as we develop the project. So let's go over email verification first. We will set up a database of verified emails
You're throwing
as
a lot
well.
of big, scary words at me here that I don't understand.
Of course. So what we will do is in our database, we will have information, we will specify information that we can collect with the program. Essentially, The program will be able
I
to
don't think
collect
we were going to
emails.
buy all these databases and stuff. We're going to have to pass. This seems too complicated.
Would
What else
you
you got?
reconsider this?
Well, maybe if it was
We can cut
easier.
back on the databases.
You know, all we needed to do was, figure out if these emails are genuine or not. We didn't need all this database and other
This will be very
devil
simple for
magic.
you.
Yeah, we
This is
could-
only complicated for us,
I don't
but
know. It
we are
sounds
very
kind of
cheap.
expensive.
We're only
What are we
asking for
Let's
talking here?
return to
100,000.
the price.
400. I mean, that's a lot of money. Look, I can send
100,000.
100,000. But
Yes,
Only
100,000 is
100,000.
what we were saying.
We are
Yeah.
working below the industry standard.
Yeah. Basically minimum wage for us.
I can
Actually,
send
about
that
half minimum
to
wage.
that guy from last week again, and he might be able to get me that $20 million.
That's true. That's true. Look, if he
True.
sends it to you, you could send it our way, and we can make sure that a terrible scam will never happen.
How about we just
Ever
again.
cut you in for all of our legitimate business dealings with future Nigerian princes?
Would not refuse.
Yeah,
That's true.
something like 10%,
How about 40?
40%. I mean, this guy last week, he's gonna give me $20 million. You're basically talking about $8 million cash money if you're taking 40%. It's way
Yeah.
more
Which
than
is a
100,000
small
you want.
portion.
Right, but if it's 10%, that's already 20 times what you were asking for.
All right, 20? 20%?
Yeah, we can do 20%.
We can do 20%.
Sounds good.
Sounds fine with us.
Okay, well, looking forward to working with you.
Likewise,
Of course.
my friend, likewise.
We have one more issue to tackle here.
Sure,
This
sure.
is not another deal, but we just have to mention it. Very important.
Wow.
Find our
ouch.
website. Check out our merch. Feel free to purchase as much as you like. No
Okay.
limit.
Well, we'll bill you for the ad time. But thanks a lot.
No problem.
No problem.
Okay. Well, that went great. I hope everybody's really happy with the contracts that they got. That's going to be it for the live stream portion today. So there will be a couple assignments on Discord. One should have just gone, not on Discord, on Canvas. One should have just gone live a few minutes ago. The other one is just to document the deal that you just made. You can always go back and watch the video if you forgot. But basically just outline what the terms are. And then at the end of the semester, we'll go back and see if your company made a profit. And that'll obviously determine your grade on that assignment. Not looking great for a few of you. But yeah, today's assignment is you're going to create a roadmap. So feel free to ask me any questions about that when we get into the Discord. And I'll see you guys there.